So the off-roading part of our tour is finished, but we're only halfway through the Everglades tour. Now we're gonna jump on the airboat. Come on, let's get our feet wet. So we caught the airboat tour in time. Well, they wouldn't have left without us because we were taking a private tour with airboats in Everglades. And like that, we were headed into the swamp. I was super stoked since I had only ever seen an airboat on TV. It was a rush and a cooling down feeling at the same time. 'Cause it was hot and humid, like a swamp. So it felt nice to have the wind blowing through our hair as we zipped through the Everglades, as if there were no boundaries. After all, the airboat could go over the sawgrass, which makes up a vast majority of the Everglades, making the airboat one of the coolest ways to see the Everglades. They would then prove this statement by doing a complete 360 in the sawgrass. They then stopped the boat to explain some important facts about the sawgrass.
Piece of sawgrass, it's a type of sedge. Produces ethanol, but it's edible. It's more like just for survival though, but you can actually eat about a 1/4 inch from the middle of the stalk. It's like a chive. It's real tender, and you know the water's very pure inside there. It's kind of a bitter, bland flavor.
Then he handed me one to try.
That's not bad at all.
And Irene too. In all of our shenanigans, we somehow picked up a stowaway in the form of a tiny frog. We observed him for a while, and then we put him back on the closest lily pad we could find. For we were now in search of the largest bird in the Everglades, and it wasn't long before we spotted one. The great blue heron flew just past us, and the captain was able to circle around and get us a closer look at this magnificent bird. It wasn't long before the bird left back for the nest, but what an awesome sight it was to see him fly away. It was starting to get late in the day, so we decided that we wanted to be heading back to the hotel before nightfall. I don't know if I would want to be in the Everglades at night. I'm not that extreme. And in no time, we had left behind a unique ecosystem to return to our ecosystem filled with skyscrapers, shopping malls, and Cuban sandwiches. I honestly don't think there's a better way to see the Everglades than by taking both a Hummer tour and an airboat tour. Stay tuned for more adventures in Miami.